Listen. Let me start this statement off by saying welcome to the show. Here to put you up on topics that you really need to know. Live and center from the Ville, I introduce the coolest host. Y.C.S.W.U, the DJ, got you ready, good to go.
Yo, what it do? Welcome back to a brand new episode of YouCan'tSitWithUsRadio, featuring myself, as always, Y.C.S.W.U, aka the kid that never sold dope, aka chilling like a booger, and the one and only, man. Don't call him a DJ, call him Q, the mother-loving DJ. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brethren? How you doing?
Man, pretty good. So you didn't get to watch the game this morning, did you?
Nah, I missed it.
You should have watched it.
I was cooked. Trying to get here, which, as always, I was late. But yeah. But y'all was saying it was lit. How'd it go?
Yeah. KD went off. You know, he came back because, you know, he had that calf injury. But he came back his first game today.
Wait, he had an injury.
Yeah,
he had the injury a minute ago, right?
Yeah, he didn't play the exhibition games they had. He didn't play none. I don't think he played none of the games. So yeah.
Dang, okay, I feel that. Yeah, they said he went crazy. So Serbia, like, I mean, I know they got jokers, but like, are they good?
I don't know really. I mean, they played good up until like up to the first half.
I mean, it's the Olympics, so nobody better than US, but
I feel that.
they can make it somewhere.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, they're doing that thing though. We'll see. Look, him and LeBron did that thing though this morning. So
Yeah, well, you know what Bron gonna do when he get out.
Right.
And I've just stopped fighting it at this point. Like, you know what Bron gonna do when
Right.
he get out in here.
hey man, so I was watching like all these old shows like Cribs and like Cheaters and what's the other show to watch here?
Eliminate?
No. Pimp My Ride. I was thinking about those shows. I was like, damn, all them shows are basically fake. I think about it now.
Oh yeah,
like,
well, I mean, we know how crazy Pimp My Ride was. Like,
Yeah.
he would be like, "Yo, we
the
heard
fish
you
tank.
with a fish. We heard you were in the fish, so we put an aquarium in your truck." Like, he would be nuts with those cars, and I'd be like, there's no way he would take like a '78 Honda Civic or something crazy and put all that stuff that's not supposed to be in that car. Like, yo, that car is not. It can't power that, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, and then like even with Cribs and like having them, they rent the house and they didn't even own the house.
Yeah, I know they were talking about it was a couple artists that rented their houses, which, I mean, shoot, if back in the day, if everybody was doing it, then they ain't mad at you for real, but it better be worth it. You better rent the nice crib.
And then what else I say? Yeah, Cheaters. Yeah, that was hilarious.
I watched Cheaters twice and was like, it was hilarious, but I was like, I'm not gonna watch this show.
Oh man, but how you been though? How you doing?
Man,
though, man?
living life, bro. Living life, creating. Finally getting back into like the streaming space because I took a break, and like, you know, really just being able to like get my setup and trying to improve. I'm really just trying to improve anything that I create at this point. Like, whether it be this, like the scenery and how it looks, or like the stream when I do that, like how that looks. Just trying to leave a better impression of me and who I am. You feel me?
All right.
Yeah, man. Trying to do that all around, bro.
Yeah, I see y'all playing college football on there.
Oh no, that college football go crazy. We not gonna like get into like specifics, but college football is crazy. Look at Barry with their teasing, bro. He's so tried. But yeah, man, it's been fun like to get back into that. Like, I was just telling Barry yesterday, like, streaming really. I feel like I'm always turning my camera on at this point. Like, I go and sit down. It's just like, why not get an extra? Yeah, I mean, 2-3 hours on the stream. Like, just chop it up with people or whatever. Like, it's just so fun. And I don't know why it's fun, but it's super fun.
Yeah, just like this is fun. So
Exactly.
well, yeah. As always, you know we keep the most amazing, talented, dopest, spectacular guests on the show. And today's like no other. We got the multi-talented Lili Venus on the show. How you doing? Is that I pronounced that right?
You did.
Okay. All right. I forgot to ask how to pronounce. I usually ask how to pronounce people's names,
okay.
but for sure.
It's
but
okay.
Yeah.
You got it one try.
I got it. How you doing though?
Good. I couldn't hop in the conversation. I didn't know what y'all were talking about.
Oh no,
it's good.
it's good. We ain't expecting it. It's totally fine. You know, we just start on kicking the shits for a minute.
But how's your morning though? How you doing this morning?
Good. It just started.
Okay.
It just started.
You said you went to a concert last night. What concert did you go to?
Well, I do security.
Okay.
So it was just a venue at the rooftop on Broadway.
Hey, you do security?
I do.
You ever had to like tackle somebody?
Breakup bar fights.
Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't want to break up in a bar fight because y'all lit. Somebody might throw up. Like
It's fun.
I'm cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like an adrenaline rush.
I could feel that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
What's the wildest thing you done seen?
What don't I see? I mean, I deal with homeless people, overdoses, missing children. It's a lot. But it's fun though, so it's okay.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Is that like something you're doing like every night or just like weekends?
No, definitely not every night. But weekends for sure.
Yeah. I feel it. Cool. Well, before we continue on, let's kind of get into you and just, tell the people a bit about yourself before we, keep going.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Lili Venus, singer-songwriter here in Nashville. I moved here from Vegas, though, so I'm not a Nashville native.
Oh, okay.
I'm also not even American. I come from Ipswich, UK. It's a small little town by, like, the seaside. Okay. I've been writing my whole life. I've also been doing music my whole life. Started off in the choir, just the arts period, theater and stuff like that. But about 3 years ago, I decided to start writing for myself and doing music for that way. But the goal is to be like a prominent ghostwriter. I actually don't prefer to be the artist. But you got to make a name for yourself. So I'm the artist right now, but 10 years from now, I'm just going to be sitting back.
I feel that.
What made you want to take that route though?
Like the writing route?
Yeah.
Because I actually don't prefer the spotlight. There's a lot that comes with that. And I feel like artists, they're more like the puppets, and I don't want to be the puppet.
I feel that. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get the paper and do your own thing at that point.
Yep.
So let's I want to start from the beginning. So let's kind of get into like I'm gonna ask this. What's different for you being here versus like UK, like where you grew up, sorry.
The culture. So England is actually very diverse. Like it's a giant melting pot. And I know America is too, but there's a lot of more like stigma, stereotypes, racism here,
Yeah.
England, it's not really like that. Like anybody can just go out and be like, hey, I want to do this, and it's accepted broadly. Whereas here, someone's gonna have something to say.
Always. I feel that. So what is your childhood like up to now? Like how was music involved for you, or kind of what got you on that track to doing singing, songwriting?
We moved around a lot, so I was always around a lot of different cultures. Like when we moved from England, because I was still young, I was like 6, getting ready to turn 7. We moved to the East Coast, Delaware, and it's very close to like Philly, Jersey, New York. So that was a melting pot right there. I was introduced to Spanish music, reggae music, hip hop. Period. That's really where I fell in love with hip hop. Was when we moved to Delaware. But at the same time, there's a lot of Caucasians there too. So you had a lot of like rednecks. I mean, they would dress in like the camouflage with the duck calls. So I was exposed to a lot of country. And I was very active, and I needed something to channel my energy. So back at home in England from 3, my mom put me in like theater, and I was in plays and stuff. But that didn't go well because I was shy. So at the time when we would have our shows, I would always back out.
Yeah.
But then when we moved to America, I was a little bit older, not so shy. So she started me off in choir, and then I did the band, and then that was history. So then I got into like soundtrack music, anything with instruments, instrumentals, sympathies, because I was in the band, so orchestras. So it was just a wide like spectrum. But pretty much school had a lot to do with that.
So how long was you in Vegas for?
3, almost 4 years. Yeah.
How'd you like it there?
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I should have never came here.
I always hear about people like visiting Vegas, but I never, well, not never, but you don't really hear about people that actually like live there.
There's so much more besides the strip. And like, I don't gamble, so
Yeah.
there's so much more besides. I didn't have a choice but to find out, well, what can I do besides the casinos?
Yeah.
I cannot gamble for my life. So
I feel it.
So what you like about Nashville compared to Vegas?
well, I like the scenery. I'm a nature girl.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate all the greenery, the waterfalls. And I actually just got into country music because of Nashville and Vegas. I didn't even, my whole life, I was like, country music? No way. Yeah. But now I'm like, ooh, it's growing on me.
Hey, it happens. It happens because when I first came here from Milwaukee, I didn't listen to country. I didn't even know who Morgan Wallen was.
Exactly. But it's a vibe. Because, like, with the country genre, I really appreciate that their songs tell stories. I feel like that's important. I feel like in the hip-hop community, our songs have kind of lost that. It's more about, like, the beat, and it's very repetitive lyrics. But them country songs, they tell stories.
Man. Took that girl out to drink at 3 a.m. Brought her back home. Had a kid in 9 months.
Okay.
Going crazy.
I don't know. They get mad at black people trying to do country music though.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they get
mad.
They didn't like Beyonce doing that.
Yeah.
But I see a lot more of us in that genre now. And even with security, sometimes I work at the Grand Ole Opry, and there's a lot of us out there that get on that stage.
Yeah. And I mean, shoot, I think some of us do it very well.
I'm working on country myself right now.
Yeah, I saw you drop the IG clip maybe a few days ago where you were working on that one country song, and you said you heard like a country guy doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember that. So I could see how it was kind of like, kind of sticking to you a little bit. Like, okay, I'm getting the country feel.
Yeah. I love it.
I feel it.
So where you get your name from, Lili Venus? Where it come from?
Do y'all really want to go down that rabbit hole? Because it's a little deep. It's a little deep.
It's fine. Take it there.
I'm really like heavy into like the occult, and if you go like full-blown mainstream, you have to deal with a lot of different energies, and there's like a particular energy I didn't want to deal with. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna work with some type of energy, I would probably call on the deities that work with music. So Lili is a nickname. It pays homage to the goddess Lilith, and then Venus is I can't even say the word. It represents the deity that symbolizes the angel of music. So I put them two together so I can be like covered and protected and just pay homage to the divine feminine.
Yeah. That's hard.
All right. So I didn't get a chance to check out the music yet.
Sure.
But what's the first song you want to play?
Can we go to Fiends?
Sure. I was gonna say that.
No,
That's my top streaming song.
Yeah, no, and I see why. Like when we were listening to Venus on the way here, like it just sounds. I don't know. I guess that I'll say it's a little different from like what the typical sound is here, but it sounded really nice as far as like the way that it was mixed. It was just full-fledged for me. So
Thank you.
Yeah,
my guy, he's out in Vegas. I give all the stuff to him like through email. He mixes it, sends it back, or I'll fly out there and we'll do something together. But I made that song in Vegas, and it came from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, we were gonna say, so like get into the song. Like what inspired that song? What got you to make that?
Music is an outlet for me. I am a writer, so if I'm frustrated, like I will write a book about my frustration. But basically I was in a relationship and I could not get out of it. Like I knew this is not good for you. They're not good for you. What are you doing? But I was just so hooked. I couldn't get out of it. So I wrote the song.
Feel it.
Okay, yeah. We're going to get into it and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Yo, what it do? Welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio, Q.
Alright, so we left off talking about the Fiend song. So, I remember, if I remember correctly, like, so the song is kind of about like you being in a relationship with this person, just like you said last part, like being in a relationship with this person, and it's kind of something that's keeps pulling you back at that point. And I heard like some mentions of like, I'm trying to remember the lyric now. Why do you remember the
Soul
lyric?
Ties?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about it.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Like, how did that relationship make you feel? I'll start there.
How did it make me
the good
feel?
and the bad. For that
I
matter.
mean, when it was good, it was great. But when it was bad, it got really dark.
Yeah.
But sex is really powerful and it can really blind you. So it was like, oh, I didn't care how bad it was. All we had to do was sleep together. And it's like, oh, let's be friends again. Yay.
Yeah.
That's soul time.
I feel that. So I mean, what would you say to someone else who's going through that?
You have to stop sleeping with them. Like I don't care. Like even if you have to move on to somebody else, you can't get out of that relationship if you're still laying down with them. Yeah. And that's what's probably keeping y'all together, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's circle back to the name. So we talked about it off air a little bit. So if you want to go deep into it, go ahead. We ain't gonna stop you.
Okay.
We're not gonna stop you.
So you're gonna have to put your little tinfoil hats on, go down the rabbit hole. But I've actually been in the industry for a long time. I started off as a model, and like I've like the eye horse tattooed on me twice. I got a lot of friends in different organizations, from Masons to Eastern Stars to fraternities, sororities, whatever. Long story short, you can believe it, you cannot believe it, but that Illuminati shit is real. Yeah. And there's a deity, Baphomet. He has like a lot of power in that industry or whatever, and I just don't want to work with him at all. Yeah. So I'm like, if I go in the industry already with like my own spiritual team, maybe that'll protect me. Yeah. And it's controversial because the angel of music that most people know of is Lucifer, and a lot of people don't know this, but Lucifer was actually a female and is Venus. But I couldn't call myself fucking Lucifer. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, you know what, I'll just say Venus, nobody will ever know. But well, now you know. And then Lilith, I pay homage to Lilith because I feel like her story is really sad. The Jews, they pay homage to her too, but Christians, they don't really talk about it. But she was Adam's first wife. For example, and it's in our face. Everything's always in our face. We just don't know it. But Genesis chapter 1, verses 26, 27, 28, it talks about how they came down and made male and female in their image. So that tells you right there was more than one, and they made a male and a female at the same time. But then you get this woman that's made from his rib. So what happened to that first female? Long story short, she got kicked out because she didn't want to be submissive to Adam. She was demonized, called a demon. Every child she had, Saint Michael apparently like killed him. So like her story was really sad. Like she never said she didn't want to work with Adam. She just didn't want to be submissive because they were equal. And then she got demonized, but there's nothing demonic about her. Yeah. So I was like, people need to know who she is.
Yeah, that's tough. So like what got you, because you know that's not what someone would consider like common knowledge, you know, like something that everybody knows. So like what got you onto that line, like figuring that out? Like did you say like that you're heavy in learning things about the Bible or like religion or spirituality in general?
Oh yeah, so I own my own botanica, so like, and I'm also an ordained minister, but it did start in the church for me. My grandmother was a pastor, and I was raised as a Christian, but like my lifestyle that I live, it was very sinful, and I was just like, oh, but I love God, but I can't change. What am I gonna do? So I literally said a prayer at 14. I was just like, let the spirit of discernment come into me. And within a week, I started meeting Masons and everything at 14 years old. And then I found out about the Illuminati. And that broke my heart because I knew I wanted to be a singer, but I didn't want to sing secular music and piss God off. And now you're telling me the Illuminati runs it? Like, God, you just don't want me to do nothing. Just stay at home and read the Bible all day. Yeah. So I left the church and I just went on this journey and I started dabbling into everything.
Yeah. So explain, because you said that you own a botanica. Was
a botanica?
Yeah, botanica. Sorry. So explain what a botanica is.
Sure. So a botanica is a place where you can get like spiritual products, spiritual services, and they sell a lot of herbs too. So I make my own teas, make my own medicine like elderberry syrup, lung support tea. I carry like crystal jewelry, so like evil eye bracelets, necklaces, and we also have services like you can come get like a yoni steam, or males can steam too. I'm opening the spa portion in November, so you can come get a massage. And then through my ministry, we do counseling. Like I have a couch. People literally sit on the couch and just vent.
Do dudes come in and like get their pubes thing?
Yeah, you can. That's a thing.
Like,
yeah,
that's hard.
Yeah,
it's not, but
that's a thing. We had doula services too, but that's really time consuming, so I kind of had to take, and
doula is like. A doula is, well, there can be different doulas though, can't there?
Yeah, I'm full spectrum. So I help women like when they're giving birth. I help them postpartum, especially with breastfeeding. I'm a huge advocate for that. But I also do hospice work too. I'm a little morbid, so I don't mind holding your hand while you die. See you later. Have a great journey. I love it.
Wow.
Never mind. Yeah, because that in a certain light, that does take very quote unquote tough skin to be able to handle. So, like, do you think that? Well, not do you think in your life have you had to deal with a lot of loss?
Yeah, and I think it kind of broke me a little bit. I think like I have empathy, but like it's not there the way it used to be. Well, one of my others, I'm a CNA. My very first shift, fresh out of training, he died on me. So I'm like, wow, just break me in, why don't you? Yeah. And the nurse had called out. It's not in our scope of practice. We are not supposed to administer medicine, but he called out, and it was home health. So his daughter was just like, no, I don't want to give him the morphine. You give him the morphine. I'm like, I just started. Like,
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, he was on his deathbed, died of leukemia, and I had to hold his hand and get him through it. And I was like, well, at least I got it out the way. Yeah. And then prior to that, like, my own daughter died. So I feel like if I can go through that, I can go with anything. And that's what led me to become a doula, too, because when I was pregnant with her and when she passed away, I didn't have nobody. Like, I planned out her funeral, cremation, everything all by myself. And I sat back and I was like, damn, how many women go through this? And I was like, well, I'll become a doula, so maybe I can be there for someone the way I wanted someone there for me.
Man, that's deep, but it's at the end, it's like a gift, you know, like it's a gift that you had to go through that so that you can be there for someone else who might have to.
And that's kind of why I had to take a break, because ironically, a lot of my doula clients were very high risk pregnancies. Babies were dying and stuff. And it's like, of course, I'm the perfect person to get you through this. Even my own cousin, she was one of my clients, and we still to this day don't really know what happened. Baby was perfectly fine, but when it got to labor, completely brain dead. But I knew what that felt like, because I dealt with the same thing. And I'm like, it couldn't have been anybody else to go through this with you. Yeah, and I was like, I can't keep dealing with this. Yeah. Elderly people, that's to be expected. But the babies, come on. So I had to take a break. It's like, I'm done. Yeah.
Is there any reason why they don't have pregnant women stand up to have the baby instead of laying on their back?
No, you totally can. You're not supposed to lay on your back.
That's what I thought.
So I'm so glad you meant. You can squat. You can be on all hands. It's the hospitals. Like, the hospitals have their own protocols. And
Okay.
So what are the bad parts from laying on your back? Like,
well, gravity's not helping you no more, you know? So, like, if you're squatting, gravity's helping you pull that baby down. Right. Now, if you get a straight-up epidural and you're just completely paralyzed, then sure. But you can control the anesthesia to where you don't have to just lose feeling, you know? So, but a lot of women don't know that. So, you can compress a nerve, too. You know, you got your nerves on your spine and everything.
What do you have any like favorite conspiracy theories?
Y'all really want to go there?
Yeah, let's
Cloning, CERN, the Mandela effect. Like, what y'all want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Mandela effect.
I'm sick of it. Let's start there. I'm going crazy, okay? And I've been doing this since I was 14. I'm 31 now. And it's like everything that they teased me about in high school, because I would talk about the New World Order, the Illuminati, martial law, everything. They were like, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. Now it's happening. Yeah. And I'm not even prepared, and I'm one of the first people to be like, hey, prepare. So, but that Mandela effect is some bullshit. Yeah. And now I'm like, am I even real? Because, you know, you have the two timelines now. So if what I remembered isn't real in this timeline, like, well, where the fuck did I come from? Did I shit?
Did that movie?
I do. I remember that. Just like old boy who just died, Richard Simmons. Yeah. Why are they saying he never wore a headband? Y'all know that workout guy, right? That had the VHS tapes?
Yeah.
He just died, but he already died in my world. He died years ago. Yeah. And it went viral, but some people were asking Alexa about him when they announced he died, it's 2 weeks ago? And Alexa was still saying he died in 2014. But the math wasn't mathing, because she said he died at 56, but he died 2 weeks ago at like 70-something. And that was only 10 years ago, so how did he jump from 56 to 70? Like, what? And how did he die twice?
Yo, that's not, I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that neither.
I remember that.
See?
You remember him
He died a long time ago.
Huh. I remember him dying. I remember the headline coming out and everything.
Nope. He just died. And never wore a headband during any of his fitness programs. And Halloween, the costume for him, you have the headband, the thing, like, what?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta go back and
I know.
Yeah, that trips me out because I'm like, I'm really crazy.
No, yeah, that Mandela effect was something crazy. I wanted to look at more like things that were involved in that. I just remembered that Shaq being in that movie was like the big thing, and I was like, man, y'all.
And it's the smallest things like Chick-fil-A, Febreze, Fruit of the Loom never had the basket.
What was the one for Chick-fil-A?
How it's spelled. It's spelled
Yeah.
CICK now, but it
Yeah.
used to just be the K, right?
Yeah, and they're lying and saying it wasn't. And I'm like, nah, that's cat.
Just like Fruit of the Loom. I remember that basket being behind the fruit.
Absolutely.
Nope, the owner even said, no, we never had that. I'm like, what? I remember
We
it.
live in alternate reality.
Right, so what happened to our real reality, you know?
Yeah.
What's really going on here?
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Hey, what was that cloning movie? What, the one with Jamie Foxx in it?
Oh my God, I love that
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
They
yeah.
clone
On
Tyrone.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I watched it so many times. There's each time you watch it, you see more and more subliminals.
Yeah, I forgot how that movie ended. How did it end?
More clones.
Yeah, that's what it was.
More
Went
clones.
down in
That's
the
what it
factory. It was like, yeah, we're making it. I was like, oh, this movie's crazy.
And it's weird because celebrities, like, they troll and they talk about the cloning. I'm just like, they're not trolling.
Oh, you just like because they said
Gucci Mane.
Jamie Foxx was a clone after his stuff. You know, Gucci was the
That was the
probably
original
one that they
man.
talked about the most.
Yes.
Was a clone. Which for a second I was like, man,
I met him recently. Last summer we did a music video with him and I was looking at him the whole time like, you're not even real. Everyone's so hype and you're not
I
even
don't believe
real.
in you right now.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So now I got to take it back to music. So what do you do as far as videos go? Like, how did that happen?
I've been doing music videos since I was 18 because I started off as modeling. So people would just be like, "Hey, can you come model in my video?"
Yeah.
And and it's crazy. I'm in so many other people's music videos and I don't even have one for myself. Like, what? But I see it's a lot of time and money. So, and I'm in school right now, so I'm not working full time. But once I graduate, I'm pick up some hours and I'm gonna start dropping videos for all my songs.
Are you doing it like for like CNA related stuff in school?
Massage therapy.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on down.
No, I'm with it. I used to go to some of those like colleges that like, you know, the kids are about to graduate or whatever, so they give them for a plug for like a discount.
Yeah, that's what I need that right now. I'm in clinicals, so please come see me.
Absolutely will come.
Yay. That's
let me
great.
know. Yeah, I come through too.
Yeah, please, everybody, come see me.
So what do you hope for, like, if we think about maybe your next 10 years as a singer, songwriter, artist, creative in general, where do you see yourself?
I want to have my own studio and maybe my own label. Like, I just want to help independent artists and show them, like, you don't have to sign to be successful in the industry. Like, even here in Nashville, you get a gig on Broadway, you're cool. You're good.
That's true.
It could be that simple, doing something you love and getting paid a good price for it without selling out. I want to be that bridge for people because I feel like what happens is a lot of independent artists, we have to fund everything. It burns us out, then we sign these shitty deals and then we get screwed over even more and then we lose our passion. And then if you sign to a label, sometimes you can't even write about what you want to write about. They already have songs for you and you just have to go and perform it, so you lose your identity a little bit. But I just want to show people there's other ways to get paid doing music. You don't just have to sign a deal. So 10 years from now, hopefully I'll be the guru of that.
That's hard.
You got your own skincare line, don't you? Skincare oil.
Yeah, I have manifestation oils, but I make body scrubs.
Okay. Cool. How long you had that?
The Botanica opened 3 years ago, so about 3 years. Yeah.
Is that stuff difficult to learn how to make?
Not really, no. Like, my body scrub is only 5 ingredients. The hardest thing is making them. Not the body scrubs, but my oils take time.
Got it.
Because, like, some of them have to be prayed over and stuff and sit out on the altar for a certain period of time, so it takes time.
Okay. That's tough.
Thank you.
All right, so we can get into your second song, Dale.
Oh, Dale.
Dale, okay.
Yeah,
Dale.
so I'm mixed. Both of my parents are mixed with different things. I mean, my father, he identifies as black, but if you go into his roots, lots of West African and then Cherokee. And then I was born in England, But my mom, her mom's Caucasian, like literally blonde hair, blue eyes. So lots of Irish, Swedish, Switzerland, all that. But her father, super dark, born in Puerto Rico, but all his family's in Barbados and the Virgin Islands.
Y'all
so
live it everywhere.
Yeah, so I got like a lot of Caribbean style to me. And then the Spanish, he spoke Spanish, French, Creole, and English. But when he passed away, like I kind of like gave up on the language. So I forgot a lot. I can understand it still, but I can't speak it. So Dale kind of pays homage to that side of me. And it really talks about the economy and just like various issues from healthcare, a little bit about the Matrix, like because with my music I don't want to be like anyone else, and I want to talk about real things. So I was just addressing stuff like that in there, and it's basically saying, come on, hit me, like what else do you have for me?
That's fire.
So, let's get into it, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio. Yo, what it do? Welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. So, Lily Venus, it is time for random ass questions. These questions have absolutely nothing to do with what we talked about today. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it. I love it.
All right. So, first time on the show is we get to ask you, or have you eaten cereal thing that you eat? Okay, cool. All right. So, are you a soggy eater, or do you have to gonna eat it crunchy?
Yes, give me the crunchy. Soggy's so nasty, that texture.
Yeah, I gotta give it a few seconds. Gotta have that's how I eat, and they always like clown me because I gotta wait for a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't saying it's gotta be like ridiculous, but I definitely gotta wait a few seconds first, for sure.
That's all right. I like it crunchy.
Look at her, she's accepting. Y'all should learn from her. She's accepting.
All right, what color crayon has the best and worst personality?
Color crayon. Like I need to know the name of the crayon, because you know they be having different names.
Yeah, some crayons do have names. That's a fact.
We just gonna go with regular
Red.
brown.
I love red.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fact.
red is it can mean a lot of things. It's just loud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the worst,
Yeah.
brown. It's just like poop.
Right. All right, if the number 2 pencil is the most popular pencil, why is it number 2?
What?
Is there a real answer for that?
I'm like,
Nah,
is this a trick question?
It might be, but I ain't look it up.
Maybe because number 1 failed. You know they have lead in it, so maybe number 1 had like too much lead or something.
Dang, number 1 could have been poisonous.
Right.
In like 30 years, they're gonna be telling us we was never using number 2 pencils. We gonna be using number 1s. I'm like, heck no, bro. Y'all not gonna get me.
All right, if Jesus walked on water, does that mean he could swim on land?
This is like,
I guess so, yeah. Like, okay, if he got stuck in like quicksand, I'm sure he could like, so sure.
out of the box. I like it.
All right, when you erase a word, where does the word go?
In the ethers.
Into alternate reality.
Yes.
All right, see what I got.
These are so random, by the way.
Oh no,
Like,
absolutely.
what?
Look at it. It looks like scrolling through.
I love it. I was
Bro,
not
too
expecting
many.
this. You're making me think.
Hey, what's the worst sandwich condiment?
I like mayo, but I feel like the older I get, it's turning into an acquired taste. So I'll go with mayo.
It's like opposite for me.
Yeah, you like mayo?
as I get older, mayo is like better.
I don't know. Mustard is growing on me.
No, I see where. Yeah, I hate mustard. No, don't give me mustard anything. I'm like, I had a fish sandwich like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they didn't take the mustard off, and I was like, I'm not eating this. This is horrible. It's nuts.
Is it true cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny?
Well, I'm not a cannibal, guys, so I'm not really sure about that. But that's cute. I get it. Clowns, they're funny. Haha.
All right, if a cow laughed, would milk come out his nose?
No. And I can vouch for that. I'm a farm girl. I love my farms.
Damn, what you do?
I know. I'm a Gemini, okay? I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
But I love nature. I told you I love nature.
That's fire.
But there's a farm not too far from here. It's like an hour and a half. Lucky Lad's farm. You can see the cows, the sheep, all that. They do laugh. They smile. They have feelings. And milk does not come out their nose, okay?
Okay.
I ain't never seen no cow smile.
Yes, they have real feelings. And they cry, too.
They cry milk.
I'm going to YouTube as soon as I get out of here.
Me
Bro.
too,
I've
they
never
mourn.
ever seen
That's
any.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Can vegetarians eat animal crackers?
That's funny. Vegans should not. Vegetarians, sure, why not?
Okay.
What?
What?
No, nothing. No, I was just saying. I like the answer.
Let me scroll some more. Don't worry, the music will play when I plug this in.
that doesn't help.
Man, I'll be having so many. I'm trying to wrap all these up because I'm finna come up with some new ones for the next episode.
I love the humor though. This is great.
Yeah, this is where he gets his shit off. I'm like, bro, you go through your random question mind. Like, I just
It's remind me of dad jokes.
Facts. When you have a kid, you need to ask them all those questions. Yeah.
Hey, okay, if I hit myself and it hurts, does that make me weak or strong?
Both, maybe?
Man, that's the best one. Cause that actually did I hit myself like really hard because I'm strong, or did it hurt because I'm like trash?
All right, last question is, do you think angels get high?
Absolutely. I do.
Word. I feel that. I might be in agreement too. I don't know what kind of high, but
They do something.
Yeah.
I feel like they would do shrooms.
man, and that. Okay, so are you familiar with shrooms, like doing them?
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's your experience like with those?
I don't agree when people just take them for fun. I don't think they're meant for that.
Okay.
Because you can really get some like enlightening moments off of shrooms. So if you're just popping shrooms and going to the club, what are you doing? You're gonna miss your big a la moment, you know?
Do you think it's about like the mind state that you have when you go into it?
Yeah, it should be used intentionally. Like if you're doing like shadow work and you're processing something internal and you want to get clarity or just seek an answer within yourself, you take the shrooms and you let that answer come to you.
Is shrooms like a scary thing?
It can be if your mind's not right going into it. You can have a bad trip for sure. Or if you're going through something really heavy and you're not addressing it, like it's being suppressed, it can come out. And if you're not ready to face it, that can be a lot.
That's why I ain't did it, because I feel like I might, like, I don't know what kind of state of
Take
mind.
a guided trip.
That's like where somebody like takes me through it.
I'll
right?
take you. People do trips on my couch all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I might wake up in fucking Barbados somewhere. Like, cook.
You do see some stuff. Just kick back, close your eyes, and it gets trippy.
Yeah. How long does a shroom do it? Can I call it a high? How
We
long
can.
does
We
a
call
trip
trips.
last?
It
Typically?
depends on how much you take. Like for me, if I only took like a piece of like the chocolate bar, anywhere from 45 minutes to maybe 2 hours. And that 2 hours is like the come down.
Yeah.
But if you eat a whole chocolate or you take a hero's trip, which is like taking an eighth worth, you might be gone all day. I don't know.
Why is it called a hero trip?
Cause only heroes do something stupid like that. That's too much. An eighth of what?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. I would
That's
never. I'm
insane.
not ready for all that.
All right, well, hey, thank you for being on the show. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out your social medias, anything
Thank
that you want
you.
to say.
Thank you for having me. Okay, so you can find me on all streaming platforms. Lili Venus, Lili, and then Venus, like the planet. You can find me on Instagram too, Lili_Venus_Lovechild. And I really had fun, guys. This
Thank
was
you.
great.
No,
Thank
we
you so much
appreciate
for
it.
having me
I definitely
today.
want to have you back for one of the freestyle episodes for sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as always, y'all can catch me on IG, Q the DJ, QUETHEDEEJAY, and on Twitter at the same thing, Ambitious.
Yeah, follow me at Ambitious1K on Instagram and Twitter. That's the number 1 letter K. If you don't know how to spell ambitious, go look it up in the dictionary. Go ask Alexa, go ask Siri, do what you got to do. Threshold Brace, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You Can't Sit With Us Radio, all one word. On Instagram and Facebook, and what's the Twitter?
Y.C.S.W.U Radio, all one word, on Twitter /X, whatever you use. Follow us, tap in with us there as well.
Yeah, until next time, man. Ambitious Q, we are out.
Howdy.